tap, tap. Just, ooh, I just put it in my eyeball. And then cry in the bathroom with everybody else. I want to buy this. Hello, my name is Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna make a makeup look. With a palette that I haven't used in a while. And this is the UrbanDecay Honey Palette. Anyways, I haven't used this palette in a hot minute. I feel like it's been a good while, but I still like this palette. It's very cute, a little dirty. So I did this look. I'm gonna show you how I did it, and I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, share with your friends if you want to, and I will see you at the end of the video. Bye. Okay, oh my god. I have some iced coffee here on the side. Ignore my mess in the back. I thought I'd show you guys a little bit. What is that? Oh, pants. Anyways, I'm gonna add my primer. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to, one, switch up the way I show you my room, one being that the light does hit a little bit better this way than from like just the side. Also, it'll probably encourage me to actually make my bed. It's not really messy. It's more of my pillows are not organized. Let's get started on this palette. I haven't used this one in a good while. I mainly wanted it as a collector item. I'm gonna set my primer with a color called Sweet, not Sweet. I don't know why I said it that way. I'm gonna be using a Morphe 433 brush, basically the brush I always use. I have like 5 of these brushes. So I'm just gonna dust this all over. I think about that sometimes, like working with brands one day, even if I didn't make these YouTube videos of like, with a purpose of like expanding my career. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't think I always mention my kit, but like I studied cosmetology in school. I don't know, I would love to be a makeup artist and actually like work in that field and work on movie sets and stuff. And I know going into that will be difficult. Okay, so now with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the color Keeper. I'm gonna start up here. I really need to get used to not putting my pinky up. So I need to just like tuck my pinky under here, but then that looks dumb. Anyways, just kind of pat it and then we're gonna blend it into the crease. I did see UrbanDecay's new palette. I can't remember the name right now, but the cover of the palette has like snake scales or like dinosaur scales type of thing. I think the packaging is really, really pretty. Color story wise, not my favorite, not gonna lie to you. I think it's a really pretty palette in general. I don't know, sometimes when I see palettes, I'm like, oh, this palette's really pretty, but I can get this from 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on like textures and finishes in other palettes that I have. And that's just my brain, because I'm like, I don't need to buy another palette. Do I want to buy another palette? Because sometimes some color stories or like themes are really, really pretty and I'm like, I want to buy this, but I don't need to buy it, so I don't know. That's also kind of realistic too. I've been stuttering on my words more and more and I don't like it. I have a feeling that because we have less human interaction, verbally our words aren't coming off as fluent. Okay, so now that we have that pretty blended out, the thing I like about their formula, very, very little to no fallout. Like I don't have any fallout right now, which is nice. Like I have one Anastasia palette, and that one has quite a significant amount of fallout, which is unfortunate. So now this is just like a regular paintbrush. It's not a makeup brush at all, but it works like a makeup brush because it's soft. I'm gonna go into the color Sting, not Strain, and just kind of tap on there and build the crease line. A lot of the looks that I do, I like to shape them with my eye. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. I'm really used to doing my eyes a certain way, which is also, as a freelance makeup artist, I shouldn't do that. Like I shouldn't get too comfortable with like just doing my eye shape. So far I've been pretty good at adapting to different eye shapes. I'm gonna go back with that blending brush. Do you see that line we made? I'm gonna blend it out. I didn't add any product, just whatever was left on the brush, right? What was I saying? That was one of my teachers in school. She was telling me how a lot of YouTube makeup artists, being able to do your own makeup is a skill on its own. Being able to do other people's makeup is a completely different skill. She was like, there's a lot of people that are makeup artists on YouTube, but they don't work on anyone besides themselves, so they're so used to doing their own eyes. I'm going back with this just to add a little bit more. So she was explaining how like a lot of them, yes, they're super talented and amazing and their artistry is great, but they only know how to do their own eyes. In an actual like work environment, they won't know how to do someone else's eye. That's just kind of like what we're taught in school, to just like remember to adapt, learn different eye shapes, face shapes. You live and learn. It's nice to be able to go to school and like listen to teachers' stories of them working on set. So they give you like advice and they tell you like, this is how it went for me. Like one of my teachers, she's worked in the film industry. You know, a lot of people that go into cosmetology, they want to work in film. Personally, that's what I would love to do. It's really interesting to hear different artists talk about like the different sides of the industry that they've worked in, which is really cool. One of my teachers, she almost worked with Kim Kardashian and it was not a good experience at all. Oh, one of my teachers, she was telling me she worked, I think it was her first fashion show. Anytime I get upset, I always think about this and I hear it in the back of my mind. She's one of my favorite teachers. She also has a poetry book out, which her poetry book is beautiful. I'm gonna link it down below. Give it a read, it's so good. She was telling me how she worked on one of her first fashion shows and the art director didn't like what she did. And she said that the art director grabbed a makeup wipe, wiped off her model's face and said, do it again. And now she has less time to do the work and she wanted to cry. Another like senior artist told her, keep it in, cry on the inside, and then cry in the bathroom with everybody else. I think that's how it goes. But that was like the line that she said. And I think about that all the time. Anytime I'm upset or like super frustrated, I'm like, I'm gonna cry on the inside. And then when I have the time, I'm gonna cry on my own. Like whenever I'm really, really frustrated or I have like terrible customers and whenever I've worked, I remember that. And whenever I'm really, really frustrated, I'm just like, just keep it in for right now. We can deal with it a little bit later. Okay, so now that I have that all blended out the way I want it to look, right? I'm gonna use the color Amber. It's very, very pretty. It's this one right here. I'm gonna use my finger, tap it on to like the middle part, and then I'm gonna use another color on the end. That's what we're gonna do. That sounds like a plan. Tap, tap, tap. Do, 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 do. So now that I have that, other eye, obviously, I have this tiny, it's not that tiny, an M421 brush, which is like a nice little flat brush. I'm gonna go back into that color Amber just to make sure I get right in the inner corner, and I'm just gonna pull it a little bit to the underneath part. Okay, so now that I have that, I might go over it with another glitter a little bit later, but anyways, I'm gonna use the color Hive with that same 433 brush and just blend it on the end. I just put it in my eyeball. All right. So we're gonna go back to the color Sting, which is the color we used to coat the crease a little bit. And I'm just gonna go underneath here and kind of build my liner and then connect the line at the top. Okay, cool. Oh, I wanted to mention this. My last video got messed up and I'm so upset. So I took a week off for mental health, you know? And so I went to go post a video. I bought an adapter for this microphone that I'm using right now. And my phone was dying. So I was like, okay, shit, like I'm just gonna charge my phone while I go get something. And I go get it. And then I never plugged my mic back in. And if you hear the last bit of the clip where I said, oh, I just got up because I went to go get food and I noticed that I never plugged my mic back in. And that's when I know I'm unplugging it from my charger and not from the adapter. What the hell did I just do? I'm looking at the clips. It sounds like I'm underwater. So I just cut like 30 minutes, no, maybe like 20 minutes. No point in having a video have that much messed up audio. So just put the clip at the end. Now that I did that, I'm gonna put a little bit, kind of build a line in here, the eyeshadow. I really enjoy more like chit-chatty tutorials or get readies with me than just a tutorial by itself, because every once in a while I say something funny and I find myself funny because I'm conceited. Even like watching ones. Okay, let's do this to the other eye. All right, let me go get my blush and highlight. Okay, I'm gonna keep it very neutral and I'm gonna use Fenty Glow lip gloss. I'm just gonna wipe this off. I'm almost out of this one. I really like this lip gloss, it's nice. All right, so this is the finished look. Let's come up close. All right, so this is a finished look. Let's have some coffee. Oh, it all matches. Thank you so much for watching. I very much enjoyed this palette. I don't use it that often, but it's still very beautiful. So nice. I really enjoy the shimmer formula with these. When it comes to this formula, it doesn't fall out as much as like a chunky glitter would. Like, I have no fallout at all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to. It's up to you. But you could also turn on the post notifications and then get notified every time I post. I roughly post every Tuesdays and Fridays pretty frequently. Let me know if you enjoy the talkative tutorials more than like the straight on teaching tutorials. Personally, I find them a lot better, but you guys let me know, obviously. And I've been thinking about incorporating mukbangs because I do the occasional food video, but if I did like a mukbang scheduled day, would you guys be into that? I don't know. You let me know. As always, I would love your opinions. And if you want to follow me on any of my social medias, I will have my Instagram and my TikTok here. I do a lot of Marvel stuff on my TikTok mainly. It's slowly becoming like a Marvel account. Not mad about it because you know me, I love my Marvel, but that is an option. All the social media is down below, and don't forget that we are still in a pandemic, so wear your mask, wear your hand sanitizers, and keep your distance from people. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.
In the corner of my class, boy, what's your style? What you drinking? What's your vibe? I've been feeling rather sad.